Welcome back to the Big Train Baseball Network. I'm Carson Cass, joined by my left by Zach Lewis. Zach, how are you on this pretty sweltering day that we've got the heat kind of checked out here at 7:30?
Well, you know what? It's hot, but we were expecting the heat, and we're hoping the Big Train will bring the heat. It's good to be back in the chair tonight with you guys against these Aces. Big Train have really picked it up in their latter end of this season so far.
Yeah, lineup will go and try and continue to be as red hot with a win streak of 6, leading off the new man Kieran Coleman, who's in the portal. Shortstop will lead things off to Parker Corbin at second for the first time this season. Emilio Gonzalez in that 3 spot with Fuscolo batting in that cleanup space. Casey Carpenter will trail him with TJ Gramisty, the center fielder today, behind him. Joe Chiarotto, the pitcher, two-way player, going to designated hit with Jack Gagan and Aaron Rittenauer making his first start at the tail end of this lineup. Zach, for them, they have got a pretty interesting pitching staff as well, with the likes of Mariano kind of tailing in.
Yeah, Jackson Mariano out of Allegheny College has played in 5 games so far with the Aces, pitched 15 innings, so a big, long starter for them there, has 11 strikeouts in his starts. Is a good player that they'll bring in, hope that he can last a long time in the game, and then provide a lot of strikeouts and outs for this team.
6'2", lefty out of Bradenton, Florida, has got one heck of a handlebar mustache, and he'll try and be a good support beam for this squad, trying to play tugboat to a team that's trying to right the ship. Mariano in a bit of an interesting situation with a lineup that behind him has been pretty good defensively, but it's been the hitting side of things that they've really struggled with, and timely hitting, keeping leads. He'll try and pilot this team as long as they can and make sure the bullpen stays off the field as much as they can with the highest bullpen ERA in the league, Zach.
Yeah, absolutely.
So leading off, we mentioned it earlier, Kieran Coleman, defensive lineup for their side. The Aces will have Larson, Irving, and Warner manning this left, center, and right. Sacro and Grant making up the middle. Bearcaw and White making up the corners with Pazak, one of the best catchers in this league, to man the battery together with Mariano. So it's Kieran Coleman's first at-bat in a Big Train uniform, formerly out of Northeast Mississippi Community College, in the transfer portal right now after 2 seasons there. Mariano, first pitch from the southpaw, misses outside. And Zach, it's good to have you back after 3 or 4 days. I guess I wasn't here one of those days, but 3 days without you on this broadcast.
It's good to be back into a rhythm of things for our closing out of the season, which will include an all-star game here as well.
Popped up into the right field corner, going to go out of at least play, fully out of play into the shipping container beyond the wall and right, as it will go down as a strike for Coleman. Coleman, a 6'1" infielder. He's playing shortstop tonight. He's out of Starkville, Mississippi. A few members of the squad out of that area. Mariano will prepare now on the 1-1. Pitch. Misses high and away, and that off-speed struggling in this at-bat at least to get into the zone. With not as much on the fastball, it's going to be really important for him to stay together.
Absolutely, and it's exciting. Gets to lead off the team in his first appearance with the Big Train here.
Pitch from Mariano is low. Coleman now into a 3-1 count, playing the get-on-base role at that leadoff spot. He's tailed by Parker Corbin, lefty bat. Furthest he's been in the lineup this season, left for injury, has returned since. Playing second tonight, 3-1. That one misses outside, so Coleman will walk in his first AB. There's PA.
Really, that's all you can ask for. I mean, he does a really great job being patient there. Gets one swing at one and sends it pretty far, but fouled on the right side line, and he's jogging his way over to first base. Just what the Big Train need from him.
Coleman trailed by Parker Corbin. Corbin this season has had quite the year, committed to Akron. Bit odd, 4 doubles in his 7 hits with a .280 average, but his OBP at .514, second on this team as he hits a ground ball right up the middle. Kind of perfect ball to Grant, trying to make that double play work, but just in time at first. They're able to turn one as Coleman is caught at second. Grant, one of the best utility players in this league. A lot of power at a shorter stature. Makes a good play on that one to scrow it short.
Good play from them there to get back the base runner they let get by them on the first pitch, put them in a really good position to start this inning well on the pitching side of things for the Aces.
Corbin will reach on the fielder's choice as Emilio Gonzalez misses the first pitch. Wearing 46 now. It's actually where he debuted a different number from 45. It was 44 then last Thursday. 0-1, and that went into the left field corner. Man on at first is tagged gone, and 2 outs. They called it safe initially, and I guess it's an out now. So started with a safe call, changed his call later on to an out. So 2 outs. Emilio Gonzalez singles into left. Apologies, some confusion there as he rounded first. As Ryan Foscolo, the man in cleanup, tails. So
well
now
done there by Gonzalez.
First pitch swinging from Foscolo. It's popped up on the infield. Grant chasing after it as it kind of extends out into right. And that'll be the 3rd out of the inning on the first pitch to Foscolo. So Mariano, 4 up, 3 down after the single, fielder's choice, or ground into double play, and a walk. But stranding 1, Big Train still tied as we head to the bottom of the first. So Jack Ketchum will lead things off here for the Big Train on the mound. Brother Cole plays at Ole Miss, but he's had a interesting start to the season. He made his first start of the year for the likes of against Alexandria here. He had a start, gave up 2 runs in his first inning of work. Big Train would come back in that game down 6-1, but Ketchum, a pairing of Alabama pitchers here. He's been the less used of the sort.
Yeah, nice to have people, though, with D1 caliber on the mound for the Big Train will be important as they try and keep the Aces as low scoring as they can on what will be a shorter game today as we're only playing 7 innings.
Mitch missed his season in Alabama after he had Tommy John surgery after his first start for Bethesda in 2025. First pitch to Elijah Grant, the leadoff man. He'll be trailed by Jackson Scrow, Hunter White behind him, Daniel McGinnis DHing in that cleanup spot, Matthew Pazak at 5, Jack Warner, Brad Lawson, Liam Irving, and William Bearcaw make up the rest of that lineup as the second pitch is in there to Grant. Oh, 2. Just missed. Brother Cole for Ketchum. Used to play here as well. The 0-2 misses. Grant, the leadoff man from the left side of the batter's box. Ketchum delivers. It's a swing and a miss. Drop third. Grant doesn't realize it gives Gagan the time to pick it up, but Didn't really hurry enough as you'd kind of assumed that he was already going down, but either way he had to eat it. So it's a strikeout, but Grant will reach on the drop, and Scrow will come up.
It's a frustrating one from pitcher standpoint as he throws a strike. Obviously a tough one for the catcher to grab, but doesn't quite realize in time that he needs to get that over to first base in order to complete the strikeout. So Cats have the opportunity for a 4 strikeout inning now.
Yeah, not ideal for a struggling pitcher, but I suppose 4 Ks is better than none as the first pitch is in there to Scrow. Scrow out of Hopewell, New Jersey. It's where my college roommate is from. Shout out, Jack.
Well, and Ketchum has pretty much painted the zone so far in his pitches. Only put 1 off the mark so far.
That one ball is, I guess you could argue that that curveball was off the mark, but it certainly got Grant swinging. Bounced off the plate. Gagan couldn't make a save on it, and quickly now they'll go back to the 0-1 after a pickoff attempt. Big Train in their black aways, high gray pants, green belt outline accents, as well as the black hat to tail with it. 0-1 from Ketchum. Righty delivers, and that one is missed a little bit in, a little bit low. Gagan making up the battery tonight. Big Train defensive lineup will go over here after this batter as Scrow back to first. Pickoff attempt from Ketchum does not get him.
Well, Carson, extreme heat in the DMV area, so many of the games from now until Sunday have been made 7 innings.
Yeah, really key point. Today is a 7-inning game. I apologize. We didn't mention that. All games will be 7 innings through Sunday. So Monday at Gaithersburg will be the return of 9-inning games as it cools off. And just in time for Tuesday, where we will host the All-Star game at Shirley Povich Field, as that one is in there for 1-2. Good pitch on the inside. Ketchum come back up and pick off at first third times now, as Grant over there at first. He's got 11 stolen bases this season. Been one of the best base stealers in the league, but he's been caught 6 times. 3 of which by the Big Train. 1-2. This one pieced up the middle over to the center fielder, Gramesty. He's able to collect and fire in as the catcher traditionally makes the play on that one.
Well, it's interesting to see as Jack Gagan has been brought in and Parker Corbin has now gotten healthy for the Big Train. Gramesty has found himself in a little bit of a different role for the Big Train and has kind of come into his own, playing in the outfield and making great plays with his incredible arm that he does have out there.
Hunter White leading now with a runner on first. He's playing first base tonight, lefty batter. Pick off to first again, 4th time now to Grant from Ketchum. Alexandria in their home blue with white pants. Good run up the middle, gets off Ketchum's foot. It goes right to first base on the carom. Gonzalez scoops, and that's a very lucky out. He plays some soccer with it as it goes off the inside of his foot, and it's a goal, I suppose.
Well, it is. I mean, Ketchum might have a call from Mauricio Pochettino, the coach of the U.S. men's national team, as the striker is down due to a red card last night as they gave him a little visit because that ball was probably a little bit painful hitting him in the foot there, but really fortunate that off the kick it ends up over to first base and gets the out there. Does put 1 runner in scoring position for the Aces.
93 rocket caroms off his ankle. Seems all right. I imagine that one will hurt and will definitely leave a mark for Ketchum, but I'm sure he'll take the fact that he got 2 outs.
Probably makes it sting just a little less if it results in an out.
So no pitches now. They'll go back to the top. News last night. So Alexandria yesterday had the DC Grays down to their final out. As Alexandria had Grays down to their final out last night, 9-3 lead. Grays slowly creep back in. They get 2 runners on. They hit a 2-run homer, and suddenly it's right into the game. They're 9-6, still down 3. They load the bases, and then they just keep walking, and suddenly it's 9-9, and then a hit by pitch after 2 outs Nobody on in the ninth inning, down 9-3. The Grays came back and won 10-9 yesterday. So the Aces reeling after returning to 500 at 12-12. Are now 12-13 as that one is hacked back. 1-1 count to the next man up, Daniel McGinnis, the designated hitter tonight.
Well, for the Aces, really not how you want to lose a ball game with a walk-off hit by pitch. Just probably instill a little bit of fire and desire as well in them for this game tonight.
Aces have been solid, but have the worst bullpen ERA in the league. 1-1 is that one misses low. Otherwise, the hitting has been fantastic. The starting pitching has been lovely, and it's just come to the end of games. They've given up 6-run leads now on 5 separate occasions after the starters left. 2-1 from Ketchum. Alabama right-hander delivers, and this one sawed right up the middle. Go over to Corbin at second, play at first, and that's the third out of the inning. So Grant is stranded on the drop third strikeout, and Ketchum picks up a K. Doesn't pick up any damage as McGinnis is unable to reach. We'll be right back at the Big Train Baseball Network, still 0-0. So Mariano will come back into this thing. Lefty will have another chance at it after a clean first inning. He will, well, pretty clean first inning in terms of the scoreboard. Otherwise, he'd give up a walk and a hit. Still, Mariano will try and get some produce here.
Casey Carpenter up to bat for the Big Train here. It's been a really solid piece of this team so far this season.
Walk and a hit yesterday. Carpenter out of University of North Carolina, Wilmington. Participating member of the Seahawks, played 22 games there last year. His first pitch is a strike to him. Oh, 0-1 count. Aces gave up a 6-1 lead last time we were here, and Big Train won 10-8, excuse me, as that one's outside.
TJ Gramesty, who's playing in center field, was a huge part of that win and had, I believe, 3 RBI on the night.
Gramesty had the tying RBI at 6 and had another one earlier in that ball game. 1-1 is in there. Mariano, 11 ERA last year in 6 games out of the pen for Allegheny. Allegheny, excuse me. I know how to say that word.
You know you're upstate New York.
Yeah, that'd be pretty agreeable. Welcome back to the Big Train Baseball Network. It's the right-hander Ketchum in still. 2-0 count. He's got a man on first. What you missed, Big Train went 3 up, 3 down in the top of the second. Now in the bottom, Matthew Pazak and Jack Warner. Pazak flew out Warner singled, and now it's Brad Larson, the left fielder, at the plate. Apologies for the internet issues. I know they come up from time to time, and there's not much we can do about them other than just let you know that we'll be back hopefully at some point during those games. 2-1. Larson, another lefty in what is a pretty southpaw-sided lineup. Righty Ketchum gives and misses. So Ketchum now in the 3-1. Missing outside and a walk. So we'll have 2 on as Warner will move to second. Tough at bat.
Yeah, not the ideal start to the inning here. Giving up a good amount of contact on his first 2. One resulted in an out, one got down in front of TJ Gramesty in center field, and now has struggled to find the zone a little bit in that at-bat.
Yeah, Gramesty could have made a play on that. I appreciate him just letting it come down as a single. Would have been a dive, or had to have been a dive, and if you missed that, we've seen it happen. It could be an inside-the-park home run for a guy like Warner, excuse me. He's got some speed to him. 1-0 as Ketchum misses first pitch to the righty, Liam Irving. He's playing center tonight. Irving, an Allegheny College member. As he hits this one up the middle, Gramis detailing it and drops in front of him. He loses his hat, fires in as runners will move everywhere. Nobody able to score as they held up on that one. Bases loaded now.
Dangerous situation here for the big train. That hit getting just down in front of TJ Gramesty. Once again, kind of same spot as the first hit of this inning. Now in the jam situation for the pitcher for the big train, Ketchum, as his catcher and battery mate Jack Gramesty comes and gives him a visit on the mound. They chat for a second before they enter this at-bat.
Yeah, Zach, you know, it's something that's difficult because mentality-wise is now you have another lefty in bear call. For Ketchum, he struggled a little bit early. He's got bases loaded, 1 out. You just got to wonder at a certain point what can go on and what he can do. He struggled, he's placed well, but it's the walks that'll kill you. And that's kind of been the case for Ketchum so far in this inning. 2 walks delivered. Had a clean first. Bearcom will watch the first pitch low. Good dig by Gagan behind the plate. Gagan, brother of Bradley, who we haven't seen pitch in a while. 1-0 is in there. Good pitch at the knees.
You got it, Jack.
You mentioned the walks there. I mean, we've talked about many times this season how important the walks are from the hitting side of things and scoring for the big train, and it definitely turns around and becomes important on the opposite side as well.
Bunt attempt as Bearcom misses it flat, so fastball kind of right where you want it if you're bunting at the knee level. He just can't come up with it. It's a 1-2 count. Didn't pull back, so that is a strike call. Ground ball left side collected by Carpenter. Low throw over at third, and they get a single out. Tried to go for the double play. Carpenter went home, got the lead runner, so no runner will score. Though, however, 2 outs, bases still loaded.
Well, good job there, being aware of the situation and getting the out at the plate. Fortunately, just a little behind and a little high for the glove of Gonzalez at first base in order to get that out there, but the big train get one down and the opportunity to get out of this inning unscathed after bases loaded.
Yeah, that's a fantastic heads-up play by Carpenter at third. Gives his pitcher a respite as 2 outs now. They can play at a comfortable depth. First pitch to Grant misses outside. Ketchum righty. Trying to get through a very lefty-heavy lineup.
I think Ketchum here really has to avoid the walk at this at-bat.
1-0, Grant, make sure he doesn't. Into the air, right field. We got a difficult look at it, but it's going to get down. 1 runner will score, another will trail. Third is rounding as the double from Grant will score everybody. It's 3-0 Alexandria, and a great piece of hitting from Elijah Grant.
Huge double there for the Aces there. Quite the play that they needed in order to get their bats going today.
So, good piece of hitting by Elijah Grant. He's been fantastic all year. No matter where he's played, he's been stellar defensively. He's been great on the offense. For such a short stature, he's got some serious pop, and it's a double into the deep reaches of left. As the pitch from Scro, he sees the first one and grounds to the left side. Carpenter will get out number 3. Big Train surrender 3 runs on 3 hits, all coming in on Elijah Grant's good piece double. Ketchum, likely the end of his day with how his pitch count is limited, but we'll be right back on the Big Train Baseball Network. Now down 3-0. Welcome back to the Big Train Baseball Network. Jack Gagan will lead things off here on the Big Train Baseball Network. I'm Carson Cass. You just heard me through my own voice memo there. I apologize. I accidentally just started playing it from the beginning, so that was very loud. But anyway, Gagan catching. He's a right-handed batter, brother of Bradley, who is a member of this team's pitching staff. Haven't seen him since June 12th. First pitch in there against Gagan. Good pitch from Mariano. He's been dealing pretty well tonight. Has conceded 1 hit, 1 walk. Base path's clear. Nobody's touched second yet for Bethesda.
But how important is Carson scoring early for the Aces in a 7-inning game today?
This one's skied in the air to left field. It's going to be a bloop territory shot as this one gets down in front of Larson and Irving, and the answer is very big because we see the Big Train can get their offense going anyway, anywhere, kind of at any time. They were down 6-1 in the 7th inning against the Aces last time out at this place specifically. They came all the way back in 2 innings. They have to be good here. They have to get as big of a lead as they can because their bullpen has not been where they've needed it to be. They gave up a 9-3 lead yesterday. They've given up now, I think, 4-run leads at least 8 times this season. The Aces have just been struggling, and they need to keep piling on and need to make sure that Mariano goes as deep into this game as he can. Lefty has been one of the better starters on this Aces staff. Starters have been great. Bullpen not so much, and Aaron Rittenauer in his first start will take the first pitch off his back after Gagan's single, now very quickly to a board.
Well, you talk about an Aces team that has struggled in the bullpen department so far this season. A 7-inning game actually really favors them in that regard because someone like Morano, who is starting on the mound for the Aces, can go 5 innings, maybe an inning extra, and play pretty much the whole game, and then they don't have to worry as much about a bullpen pitcher this game.
Mariano, lefty, is in the portal from Allegheny College. Excuse me. Guinea. It's not how you say that. So it's Kieran Coleman in his first appearance as a Big Train member. Thinks about the bunt, pulls it back. Wild pitch. It's a passed ball, and off the chest of Matthew Pazak, one of the best catchers in this league defensively, lets a rare one get past him. 1-0 count. Runners will advance to second and third.
Well, now a really good opportunity for the Big Train to get a couple runs back against the Aces at their place because you have runners on third, on second, in scoring positions with no outs, as well as some big hitters in your lineup.
So Coleman, RBI opportunity for him as he watches one go on the inside portion of the plate. 3-0 the lead for Alexandria. Second baseman Elijah Grant for their side, which had a 3-run double. So the 1-1 to Coleman. Inside again and quickly into a 2-1 count. He's been a lot of discipline showed. Gagan on third, his dad in the crowd tonight with a Knicks Finals shirt. They're Mets fans and Knicks fans, I would guess, by proxy. Favorite player is Piazza for Gagan at third right now. 2-1 turns to 2-2. He watches an off-speed go past.
Yeah, that one just clips the outside of the zone. Puts him in a 2-2 count.
Coleman, formerly a member of Southeast Mississippi Community College. Now in the portal after 2 seasons there. 2-2. Lefty delivers as Mariano can't find anything. He'll go to a full count, no outs, runners at third and second. So he's got first open, but not the kind of walk you want to give to a guy like Coleman, who you have no idea what he's like. You want to give him a competitive pitch, make him swing. He is yet to swing today.
Well, and Coleman, opportunity here to swing at a pitch at 3-2.
Here it is, and this one swung on into right field. Going to be at least foul. Yes, it gets down out of play. So a swing to stay alive for Coleman. It's kind of got a unique stance. Swing and swing process reminds me a lot of Jeff Bagwell without the kind of very keen stance that's low to the ground.
Yeah, well, Coleman's legs are pretty far apart in that batter's box as well.
He steps backwards, which is pretty rare. 3-2 for Coleman, shortstop, in his first appearance tonight. Southpaw Mariano misses inside, and it's a great walk. Coleman, 2 walks already drawn in his Big Train debut, both off of Mariano, and now, man playing the hot corner traditionally, Corbin, who's at second today, will have a chance with runners everywhere. They've got Mariano surrounded with nobody gone.
Well, a similar situation that Ketchum was in last inning. Now Mariano has to find a way to survive the jam better than the other side of the ball.
Needs a pharmacy in that Mariano's grocery store. Trying to find a cure. 0-1 to his walk woes in this third inning. The 0-1. Good pitch there to Parker Corbin. Second baseman has slugged pretty hard this season. Most of his hits are doubles, 4 doubles, 3 singles. Now the 0-2. Runners everywhere. Southpaw gives. Swings and stays alive as this is fouled out of play. So Corbin, trailed by Emilio Gonzalez, one of the Welcome back to the Big Train Baseball Network. It's going to be the likes of Hunter White to lead things off. Or excuse me, Casey Carpenter to lead things off as we head now into the new arm out of the pen. It's the likes of Justin Borger, who balks his first plate appearance. He goes from the wind and makes a mistake. There's a time called. Curious. No pitch, not a balk. The third base umpire said it was not a balk, so it's not the home plate umpire's discretion on that. So no pitch as Carpenter now will get the real first pitch from Justin Borger, who actually started against Bethesda on Thursday, went 6 good innings. He's been a great starter this season, 3.6 ERA. 1.7 in the whip category, Zach.
Well, and if the Aces were going to give themselves a chance to win this one, they were probably going to have to put a second starter into the game, as they don't really have the depth from the bullpen side of things.
Carpenter fouls this one off. I think they should just put starters in until they win. Make everybody your starter. That might work better for them. Aces have had some bad bullpen play as of late. Gave up a 9-3 lead with 2 outs in the 9th yesterday. Grays worked all the way back and walked it off on a hit by pitch. 10-9. They are now in the contention in the South as that one misses high on the 0-2.
Well, and while we were away for a minute, the Big Train did exactly what we had kind of projected might be the case after they got bases loaded and had a really great response, brought 3 runners home and only 1 out. So an opportunity to extend it even further.
A very big opportunity for Bethesda as Carpenter swing and a miss. He goes down. Good pitch from Borger. Finds himself better situation in the squeeze as Gramesty will still get the other 2. Gramesty will still get the bat, from Carpenter. They share bats. As second out on the strikeout, Gramesty, as they call him, it's Gramesty, flew out already today.
Gramesty written on the lineup card by the coaches today as Little Man.
Hit this one into the air to right, pretty well hit. Into the right field corner, and it'll be caught in the deep reaches of the outfield. So, Big Train tie it back up. They blow 3 times back after 3 blows from the Aces in this boxing match here. Brand new ball game on the Big Train Baseball Network as we head now to the bottom of the 3rd.
Welcome back to the Bethesda Big Train Baseball Network. New player on the mound for the Big Train, number 43. The likes of Talon Gardini from Cal State Fullerton has played in 2 games so far with the Big Train this season. 3 innings pitched and 4 strikeouts in those innings, so a pretty good return. Pitched in 2 innings last against the DC Grays, had only 1 earned run and 3 strikeouts there, 35 pitches. So has come in after joining the Big Train late and been a good relieving pitcher for them.
Yeah, before he got here, he played his last college ball at St. Mary's College of California. Now committed to Cal State Fullerton, my favorite Big West school in terms of mascot. I think it's one of the best mascot and color combos the old orange and navy, but orange and navy a lot better than I think navy and orange. Syracuse actually weirdly uses navy and orange despite being the Syracuse orange, but 0-1. This one lying down the left field line. Now an 0-2 for Gardini. He's had a very good year so far. You mentioned only a .3 whip. Man in the box is Hunter White, first baseman. Was all conference in the Pennsylvania Sport Athletic. Fouled off again. Or the Middle East Conference, excuse me.
Gardini able to get a good amount of speed on his pitches and kind of punching it into the zone, making it difficult to draw any sort of good contact from that. That last pitch is at 91 miles per hour.
He's got a good fastball. He pairs it with a great breaking ball. Gardini gotten him looking as Hunter White goes down for the second time tonight. Brings up Daniel McGinnis on just a beautiful breaking ball, Zach.
Yeah, a great pitch, and obviously had the batter very wary of his fastball after he saw one that was 91 miles an hour, and just able to get in and deliver that changeup.
So Daniel McGinnis, designated hitter, comes up. Bit of a good player here as he's been fantastic. Hit well against the big train as well. Aces have relied on his bat in a lot of tight situations. 405 average, not much of a walker. He is first in the league in hits. Grounded out his last time up. 458 OBP for a 405 average is kind of just good enough for a WOBA that would be right above that. 1-1 in there. Strike two. WOBA is a stat that is pretty much just on-base average. This is how much they get on base percentage-wise without average, or with average added on. It's a very complicated thing that I'm not going to bother explaining because I'm not smart enough. Gardini doesn't care. Blows it right by him. McGinnis has nowhere near that thing as a fastball 92 is just doors, my friend.
I mean, it's an absolutely lovely pitch to watch, and Gardini just in his flow so far tonight, looking like a man that's going to be hard to get a hit against.
I mean, how good is it to have an arm like this out of the pen in the latter half of the season, Zach, as the first pitch is swung on and hit backwards by Pazak, one of the best catchers in this league?
Well, I think a lot of teams have maybe struggled with injuries or had guys leave, and so their bullpen has maybe deteriorated a little bit throughout the season. The Big Train have been really blessed to have added players throughout the season, and their bullpen has only gotten so much better.
That one missing a little bit high. Matthew Pazak, one of the best catchers, as I mentioned, in this league, with a 565 slug. Out of Round Rock, Texas, he is a Quaker at Penn. Two guys from Penn in this lineup. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Tips it backwards, excuse me, and a 1-2. Gagan caught that, but we're actually at the home of the Alexandria Dukes, one of the minor league squads, formerly a AAA squad. Round Rock, Texas hosts the Rangers' current AAA squad, the Express, named after the Nolan Ryan nickname. 1-2, so similar to us, a train nickname from a 20th century pitcher.
Well, there you go. Those pitchers had the power to be compared to locomotives.
It was Bobby Bonilla Day a few days ago. He actually spent his minor leagues here at Alexandria at this very field, as that one misses 2-2. Bonilla spent 2 years with the Dukes of Alexandria in the Pirates system. Made his career into the Pirates. Ended up signing with the Mets. Played some for the Orioles. He's actually an Orioles Hall of Famer. 3-2 count. Payoff pitch. Lefty delivers, and this one hit very well into left field. At the wall, it is gone into the tree markers, and it is a lead for the Aces. He hit that one 105 off the bat, Zach.
Absolutely smashing hit there from Pazak. Just sends it flying. I mean, it's a beautiful ball where right in the angle we can see its trajectory, and it's just beautifully over the fence there. That's the payoff you have with a pitcher that can throw that much heat, is if you can get a hold of it, you get a hold of it.
4-3 Alexandria. You know, if you can clobber the item going extremely fast towards your bat, you're able to give it the velocity it's given back. It was a 90-mile-an-hour fastball that kind of ended up too far in the middle, heart of the plate, and Gardini will have to watch that one go. Same pitch, it's hit down the line. This time a little softer, and it's going to get down for extra bases. A bloop double potentially as he slides in. Corbin has to leap to get it, and he is safe. So a home run and a double immediately.
Parker Corbin doing a good job there at second base, making sure that one doesn't reach, so give the batter any more bases. But last two batters, maybe finding Gardini's soft spot a little bit and finding two balls that go down the left side line.
So very suddenly, 4-3 the Dukes. We're in Alexandria at the former home of the Alexandria Dukes. I was going to mention that Bobby Bonilla Day a few days ago, but also one of the other major leaguers that hosted, former manager, and Rick Renteria, former White Sox manager. Lefty Gardini delivers and pitch in there for a strike against Larson. He struck 3 times, the Aces did in the bottom of the second. Now another off that solo home run. Potential for more damage with 2 outs as Larson has Warner at second. 0-1, Gardini delivers. It's another fastball, this one ending up again kind of right down the middle.
Gardini getting ahead in this count now, just needs to take his time, slow down, and do what he needs to deliver the pitch that will get this out here and limit the damage for the big train.
0-2. Lefty Gardini, it's hard from that arm slot for another lefty to hit off of him, is why we saw the righty, Pazak, get a payday against him. 0-2, foul backwards. They'll go again on the 0-2. They'll dance. Gardini trying to win the tango. 0-2. High off speed. The slider, excuse me.
Gardini taking a breath.
Southpaw 1-2, trying to get out of this, and got him looking. Brad Larson can only stare at a perfect breaking ball right down the middle. Went all the way to the top, all the way to the bottom. Big Train allow a run on a solo home run. Gardini pretty good otherwise. He strikes out the side and gives up a double, but we'll head now to the top of the 4th. Big Train will try and strike back on the Big Train Baseball Network in this 7-inning ball game. Chiarotto to lead off here as Joseph Chiarotto out of Illinois. Outfielder designated hitting tonight. He's a two-way player, pitched at Alabama, has not played in the field at Bama, but his first appearance, I guess, today not playing in the field. He's designated hitting, of course. Borger still on the mound after that as pitch in there. His first time in the lineup as a starter. 1-1. Big wave. 1-2 now. Chiarotto struck out in that appearance at Gaithersburg. He came in relief towards the end of a 10-0 win. Big wave again, and he can't catch up to that fastball. Has not hit an organized ball for a little while and is struggling there with those harder earned ones. So 3 fastballs go past Giarotto as he strikes out again. This time it's swinging in the 4th. Jack Gagan now.
Well, Borger there really had a quick rhythm, got all 4 of those pitches in very quick succession, maybe threw off the rhythm of Giarotto a little bit there for a good strikeout.
4-3 Alexandria after the solo home run in the 3rd. Borger delivers, and Gagan pulls back his bunt attempt. 1-0 count. Saw the third baseman playing pretty far back, now on the grass. Curious if he moves back now, and that's almost a tactical play from Gagan, because now the third baseman playing up. He hits it into the hot corner, of less time to react as that one misses again. Hitters count for Gagan.
Yeah, and a smart play for an experienced guy there. Gagan hoping to bring a fielder in and then get one over his head.
That one missing, and 3-0 count quickly. So Gagan against Borger. It's his first time doing so, the righty catching tonight. One of 3 catchers in this lineup, one of which designated hitting. Or no, none of which designated hitting, excuse me. One of them at second, the other one in center. Pitch on the low portion of the zone. It's a good call.
Yeah, that one just grabs the bottom corner there. Good pitch from Borger to get back in the count.
Looks like a sinker. Borgen, a sinker baller. We saw how good he was earlier in the season. A 6-1 lead he piloted the Aces to, and then it crumbled behind him once he left the game. 3-2. That one in there. He's worked his way back into this count. 3-2, half swing, and Gagan didn't go. He'll walk. Good job from the catcher as Aaron Rittenauer will have his second at-bat in a starting lineup.
Borger taps his chest, says "my bad" to his catcher. A little smile and moves on to the next batter. Obviously not how he wanted that one to end up, as he fought his way all the way back to a full count. But number 24 up to the bag for the big train.
Rittenauer, brother of Aiden Rittenauer, Aaron. That one missing low. He's had some appearances this season, none of which starting. Defensive replacement in the second game of the year, as courtesy ran, among other things. 1-0 count now to Rittenauer. Borger missing, trying to find something on plate. Big wave, and he's able to kind of tap at it downwards.
Fouls that one back into the dirt. Yeah, Rittenauer hasn't quite found himself in the starting lineup so far too much this season, but he's kind of come in looking to try and get himself some more experience.
1-1, looking to earn his rhythm. Borger gives and missing low. Borger is one of the better starters here. I mean, there's a lot of good ones. Penn State Harrisburg player. 2-1. Righty gives, and this one foul off the lefty Rittenauer's bat.
Borger knows he has to be careful here with the walks. The walks for Mariano kind of being what ended up doing the damage with bases loaded there.
Yeah, they actually have the lead back now. 4-3, you mentioned that solo homer. Great piece of hitting by Pazak. Left the bat at 105 miles an hour. That one missing low, and Pazak making up the battery with Mariano to start the day. Thinks about they're back to first, but he will not get Gagan there, who walked. He's not going to be stealing many bases.
No, and he was still pretty close to the first base bag, not electing to give himself too far of a lead off.
3-2, Borger delivers, and it's fouled backwards. Hit pretty hard. Goes the other way, though, as it's very inside on Rittenauer. Borger 3-2. They dance again, and this one misses outside by a couple feet. For 4-3, Big Train now have 2 on, down a run. And another fantastic play, or fantastic plate appearance from Rittenauer, and he walks again. Actually, saw one pitch prior, he got plunked.
Yeah, and after a good opening strikeout from Borger, really struggles to find the zone in those last 2 at-bats, so needs to get some rhythm in order to not open up this game for more damage by this Big Train squad.
Third plate appearance for Kieran Coleman, who's walked twice as he watches ball 1 from Borger. Looking for something on a platter here. He's got a runner in scoring position. It's Jack Gagan. He walked. Rittenauer walked as well. Both of those tail lineups have been on both of their plate appearances. They're collectively 1 for 1 on the day with 3 walks, as that one missing again. Including Coleman, that pairing of 3 who all scored in that 3rd inning are only 1 for 1 with a single, a hit by pitch, and 4 walks. 2-0. It's sawed off left side foul. Good pitch to swing at for Coleman. Righty had a chance to kind of get inside on one, but he hits it directly into the ground.
Well, Coleman has been very patient in his debut performance with the Big Train so far. Really only electing to swing at things that he knows he's going to make contact with, and has done that so far.
2-1. Ratty Borger. The Elizabethtown, PA native. 2-1. Half swing. Did he go? He says he did. They say he did. Excuse me. 2-2. Bat kind of got beyond his other elbow. I'd say that's probably, even if you're going at the 45-degree angle marker, which is the current thing that people aren't really realizing. There's check swing challenges right now at the AAA level that might make their way to the MLB soon. There's a 45-degree angle, which is more than I think people are actually like. As the 2-2, half swing, it's a strike anyway. Coleman goes down looking, maybe swinging, depending on what you would call that, as Corbin now up to the plate with 2 outs and 2 strikeouts this inning from Borger.
Well, Coleman seeming to kind of get caught between 2 minds there, thinks about swinging, maybe pulls it back at the last second. Doesn't really fully pull back his swing anyway, and that pitch probably grabbed at the top of the zone, so an unfortunate way for him to go out.
So Parker Corbin, power hitting lefty in this, as first pitch strike. Looks like it was just outside to him. A 1. Borger misses high and outside. That sinker has been pretty good. Kind of goes around 90. A 90-mile-an-hour sinker keeps you, well, in the MLB for certain guys. For Borger, just finished his freshman season with an 8 ERA out of the pen for Penn State Harrisburg. Also the Nittany Lions. All Penn State schools are the Nittany Lions, which I think is a little odd. 1-2.
Well, I think if you like a mascot, you stick with it, and they definitely do like their Nittany Lions.
Yeah, definitely makes merch a lot easier to purchase. Borger now on the 1-2, trying to get this 3rd out with 2 on. Corbin pops this one up on that left side. It'll just reach out of play. And they'll remain with 2 outs. Chiarotto led off the inning with a strikeout. It was a walk and a walk from Rittenauer and Gagan. And Coleman was rung up looking. So on that off speed, he kind of can't get a good piece of it. And Corbin will battle again on the 1-2. Pitch. Missed high, and Corbin patient as usual.
On that last foul ball, the Aces dugout ran under cover, and that one did just clip the top of the Aces dugout over there. High and short for the last foul ball to Corbin.
2-2 to Corbin. Swung on. It's a worm burner. Can't get in the glove of Grant. Goes just off the ice cream cone area as a runner will round. Gagan to the plate. Grant can't get it out of transition. It falls out of his glove again, and the Big Train have tied it. See what they rule this one. It's an error on Grant to score a run. Corbin, the worm burner.
Well, it might have been low, but it did get hit with a good amount of speed off the bat for Corbin in a reach that Aces fielder probably should have made that play there, but it did have a good amount of speed off the dirt and kind of a difficult one to flip over to first. Corbin gets over to first on the error and does bring a runner home as well, tying the game for the Big Train.
First error of the season for Grant, who's only played he's only not played in one Aces game. This one's skied, pretty well hit actually into left, but it will go land foul. That one fair, it's gone. Gonzalez still without his first homer of the season. Emilio Gonzalez, reigning Triple Crown winner, looking for that first bomb. 0-1. It's behind a sinker that was kind of perfectly placed upstairs and in.
Well, I think with a player like Gonzalez not having a homer on the season actually is pretty surprising for someone who returned so many, at least for this league last year.
Leader in home runs this season is Zachary Malvazio. He's on the team. He's not playing tonight. 0-2 count. Rittenauer taking his place. Could be designated to pinch hit. As Borger now in the 0-2. Popped up. Gonzalez survives. Another inside sinker. The scouting report against Gonzalez is just try and give him the fastest pitch you can on the inside portion of the plate. Unfortunately, he is bound to catch up to one. He knows he's a good player. He knows he's got a good swing, and he's still one of the best players in this league despite his so-called slump. I don't really think it's fair to call it that. 0-2, ground ball right side. It's going to get through the hole. He has been efficient anyway as the off-speed low in the zone. He takes advantage of and gives the Big Train a lead.
Well, like you said, I mean, maybe he has felt like a little bit of a slump to himself and some others this season, but his RBIs have not been in a slump so far, and another great RBI single for Gonzalez as he hits that one down the right side line with enough power to get into the outfield and score a runner for the Big Train.
So after the brand new ball game on the error from Parker Corbin, Emilio Gonzalez will drive home a runner. 5-4 as Ryan Foscolo will try and keep the line moving, this ring of fire burning with 2 outs. Ratty Borger delivers, and it's just in there. It's a perfect sinker on the upper inside portion of the zone, right in that corner spot.
Foscolo had a big hit already tonight, hit one deep into the center field fence to bring in some runs for the Big Train in that 3rd inning.
That's a home run if it's hit any higher, but he line drived it. So the old, nearly had the old, who was it? Giancarlo Stanton home run, which is just one that lasers out. There actually was one. Pazak, the man behind the plate for Alexandria, retook the lead in the bottom of the 3rd. It's a 7-inning game, keep that in mind, so pretty big 4th inning here. This one pretty slow. Started at 7:30, it's already 8:50, and we still have 3 innings to play. 0-2. Borger gives. This one reached out for that one there as Grant can't get there. He dives, but a single is down. Rounding is Parker Corbin. They won't try for the plate, and the Big Train extend their lead by 1. Another good piece of hitting with 2 outs as Foscolo reaches out for a single.
Foscolo keeping his bat hot there, and a very nice piece of hitting as well. I think the Big Train recognizing well there that they cannot go down too late in this game. They can't leave this game too late to try and win it, and take a mound visit here for the Aces as they look to try and get out of this inning with 1 more out. But as mentioned, it's a 7-inning game. There is a player warming in the pen for the Aces, number 14, Finn Patrick out of Rhodes College.
He's from Nashville, and we'll take the brief opportunity with runners on 1st and 2nd. I'll ask you ever been to Nashville?
I haven't, but I will visit my girlfriend and her family there this summer after fishing up here and heading back to school. Utah. I'll pass through the Nashville area on the way, so I'm excited to
My sister
see
just
the area.
finished grad school there. Shout out Amber, taking the opportunity to do so. She is very smart. Finished at Vanderbilt. Finn Patrick warming up in the pen, as you mentioned. Nashville native, favorite place. My one recommendation for anybody going to Nashville, the Johnny Cash Museum. 6-4 lead for Bethesda as we get back into it. Carpenter up to bat after the 2 RBI singles. Brief respite from baseball for us and Borger there, who needed a bit of a break. Gives the arm in the pen more time to warm. Patrick, 11 ERA to this point, but it was 36 prior to his last appearance where he went 3 innings.
I think the ace is hoping that Borger can finish this inning and then maybe give him some relief from Patrick after that. Needs to get this out here, though, in order to stay in the game.
1-1 to the righty, Carpenter. Skies this one into left field inside of the infield side. Can't find it. He loses it in the lights. Playable ball. Shortstop nearly got there, and the height of the lights gets him there.
Well, you could see he got himself into a position where he thought it was and then just lost it and had to make sure he was covering his head because he didn't just see where that ball was coming down, and it dropped about maybe a yard or two to his right.
The old Tropicana field issue where you lose the ball and you just kind of cover your head and walk around not knowing if it had been caught by the roof. There's no roof here at Frank Mann Field. 1-2, former home of the Alexandria Dukes. Bobby Bonilla Day on the 28th of June, a few days ago. He played his minor league ball here before getting called up to the Pirates. Joins a like of legends like Willie Stargell, Andrew McCutcheon. 2-2. Roberto Clemente. You probably just heard Grace say Phillies legend as the 2-2 is hacked on and missed. Casey Carpenter goes down. That's the 3rd out of the inning, but the Big Train collect 3 in the top of this inning and have themselves a 6-4 lead on the Big Train Baseball Network. I'm Carson Cash, joined by Zach Lewis as we head to the bottom of the 4th. So Liam Irving leading things off against Talon Gardini here. Big Train took 3 runs home in the top of the 4th to eliminate a 4-3 lead. Now have a 4-3 deficit, into a 6-4 lead. 3 runs, 2 of which came in on Gonzalez and Foscolo's back-to-back RBIs with 2 outs. So good hitting with everybody, or with backs against the wall. The first pitch missing. Or second pitch missing, count as 1-1.
Yeah, and Gardini showing he has quite the speed. Batters trying to gauge that because they know if they can make contact, they can really get out of here. But definitely difficult to time up a pitcher that has the strength that Gardini does.
So 2-0. It's a fastball right down Broadway. One of them just yelled Shamit, which I believe is a reference to Landry Shamit. 1-2. Thought I'd note that. So that one misses outside. Now 2-2 count.
Lefty Gardini, in his second inning of work, gave up a solo home run, second earned run of the year. First home run given up as he's misses pretty far outside with a fastball.
Yeah, and both, maybe being a little more cautious here, as both the batters he gave up a run to were right-handed.
3-2. It's a big swing from Irving. Liam Irving, the center fielder, unable to come up with a hit there as he fouls that one back just for survival. Irving out of Allegheny College, only Maryland native, went to Sherwood High School.
Rival high school to me.
3-2. And he walks after Brad Larson, his compatriot in the outfield from Hilton Head Island, South Carolina. Struck out to end the inning. Larson just committed to Wofford College. So the Columbia commit, William Burkaw, will come into this. Landhorn, Pennsylvania native from Pennington High School will now have his second shot at things. Only two, now his second plate appearance. Big train to almost hit 4 times for some guys, as this is a bunt in the air that's going to be a pop fly. Carpenter can't get there in time.
Well, I wonder how much the last player at bat for the Aces, being a right-hander, played into him being a little more cautious and just allowing the walk there, and will now kind of come after this left-sided batter and try and get a strikeout.
0-1 to Gardini, from Gardini, southpaw, trying to keep working. Is the bunt? Gets caught by by Carpenter at third. He makes a fantastic slide at it. Pokes his glove out, just gets there, and that is a heads-up play from Carpenter, who has just been amazing in the field tonight. You talk about throwing it home on a tough bounce. He's earned that, and they go back out now as Gardini and Gagan will meet for a moment.
Quick mound visit, but that was a really impressive play by Carpenter, and he made it look so smooth, didn't he? Just a nice little dive down to his right side, and the ball is in his glove. For the bunt attempt is popped up high enough in the air for him to make a play underneath it.
Such a smooth play from an infielder on a fly ball. I thought it was Rittenauer, who's in right tonight, making his first career start as Elijah Grant. Fresh-ish, it's been an hour since his 3-run double in the second inning. Brought home 3 runs. Grant, a lefty, a lot of power in that bat. He had 14 home runs for Gulliver Tech Community College last year, and only 3 of them, were inside the park homers. He's got some serious power at a 5'7" frame, First pitch missing low. Gardini, Cal State Fullerton commit.
Well, you mentioned Grant has a smaller frame, and you can see in order to get the power that he does, he really digs himself into his stance here and uses a lot of torque from the bottom half of his body in order to get the power that he needs out of his swing.
1-0. He's kind of got his pre-swing setup similar to Willie Mays, It's that twirl with the foot up. 2-0. I guess by proxy similar to Willie Mays Hayes from the movie Major League. One of my favorite movies. 3-0. Grant 1 for 2 tonight with that double. He struck out in the first against Ketchum to start the game. Dropped third, reached though. 3-0. He'll just stand outside of the box and pretty confident. He walks out immediately and just gets himself a walk. So 2 on quickly with a singular out. Jackson Scrow will come up.
Definitely an interesting situation there as Grant just steps back and let that pitch be where it was, and it was outside again. Gardini walking his last 2.
Carpenter moves up a little bit. Thinking about the bunt as Scrow, a lot of power in that bat. He kind of reaches a little bit. Drops his elbow slightly. 0-1 count as first pitch from Gardini is a high fastball. It'd be kind of the pitch you want to hit. That's kind of the best pitch you might get from Gardini. It's tough to get after, though. 0-1.
from the lefty to the righty from Hopewell, New Jersey. That one misses high. Scroe, very good player his first season. Won the D3 Rookie of the Year at a 1,300 OPS. 1-1 misses high. Interesting about Scroe, he went to Lawrenceville High School in Jersey. He had a down year last year with 1,000 OPS. 418 OBP. It was worse than his freshman year. Unsure if he's in the portal, but Haverford can look forward to having his presence back if he does choose to play there next season. D3 first team preseason All-American, Small College Baseball Player of the Year award watch list in 26. They thought he was going to have a much better year than he did. 2025, he was a second team All-American, Division III Co-Freshman of the Year, Rookie of the Year in the Centennial Conference. First team in his region, Rookie of the Year by D3Baseball.com standards. But a 2-1 now after Gardini's high fastball and Gagan with a mound visit. Warm night in Alexandria. That one in there. It's just on the high part of the plate. I mean, that's another pitch you want to get. It's one of the slower fastballs he throws, and definitely had a lot more vertical break. Maybe a changeup, but looks like a sinker.
Well, and the pitches that just drift into the top portion of the zone with a little less speed are the ones you're going to want to hit from Gardini, as that one gets a little high away from him, puts the count full.
2-2. Made an awesome mistake of reading the horizontal break as vertical break. So not a sinker, it's just a fastball. All four seams of it. 3-2. Full count, runners go, and this one fouled backwards. Scroe stays alive. Keeps the fight going as he tries to scroll one over the wall.
Gardini facing the full count here.
Tying runner at first is Grant. 6-4 ball game. We're only going 7 innings tonight due to the heat. Though honestly, it's cool enough after dark that you could probably do a 9-inning game if you hadn't had to start this one late. But that one missing, and he walks Scroe, loses him after the 0-2 count.
Gardini does have himself a little bit of a jam here, and pitching coach Lopez for the big train coming and visiting him on the mound after he loads up the bases here in the bottom of the fourth.
It's Gardini's second inning of work he's in the midst of. Solo home run in the first. We'll see if he stays. He will. Lopez typically coming out if they are staying in the game. Pitching coach, and Colangelo normally the guy to take them out of the ball game. Sometimes he'll just tell a guy, like, hey, you're not leaving the game. You don't have to worry. You don't have to think about it. They'll have Hunter White, who's kind of the wrong guy you want in this spot. White very good this season. Coming off of a season at West Liberty for the Hilltoppers, was a Mountain East first-team all-conference member. Transfer from Indiana University, Pennsylvania. White, a 900 OPS this season, looking for the tying RBI, which would be his 18th, over at second base. Lefty White back into the box. First baseman from Hagerstown, Maryland, will go toe-to-toe with the southpaw Gardini. It's a good pitch, but Hunter White doesn't bite, and he lays off that shot.
Looks like the umpire there thought about calling it a strike. That one really close to clipping the top part of the zone.
1-0. That one in there. Quick question for you. Williamsport High School, is that on the border of Pennsylvania? I don't know where Williamsport, PA is. 1-1. It's where they play the Little League World Series, yes. 1-1. I know it's in PA. I know it's the Little League World Series in PA, but I don't know. It's a large state. Eastern PA per Grace. Not just the director of analytics, maybe the director of geography. 2-1.
It's pretty much right in the center of Pennsylvania Williamsport.
I would guess he does not go to Williamsport High School in Pennsylvania then. But Hagerstown, Maryland native now into a 3-1 count as Gardini misses. Amazing 2 years at West Liberty prior to this one. Honor roll both seasons. And first team has 3-1. He's a big wave at a fastball at his shins, really.
Full count.
Talon trying to catch his prey. 3-2, big wave at a fastball. Perfectly placed on the outside corner. White can't get anywhere near it.
Well, we've talked about it a little bit so far this season. Sometimes the pitching coach for the Big Train, Lopez's ability to come in and just calm down your pitcher or say something to him that will just get him in a slightly different mentality, break up his rhythm just enough that he's able to come in and deliver in the zone. Lopez able to say something to enable Gardini there really to find his momentum once again and strike that batter out.
It'll be the Eastern Mennonite designated hitter as he swings and misses McGinnis from a Gardini fastball. Righty batting a lefty. You want to get this guy out of here because the next man up is Matthew Pazak, who, if you remember, went to the bank on a fastball right down Broadway, 105 off the bat. 0-1. Big wave again, and now 0-2 quickly as he kind of loses his balance on that swing. Daniel McGinnis, a key cog in high school for his Royals of Alexandria City High. Alexandria native. 0-2. Swing and a miss. It's 3 straight fastballs. He can't find any of them on the inside. We'll be right back on the Big Train Baseball Network. 6-4 the lead maintained as they escape a serious bases loaded jam. Credit to Gardini. TJ Gramesty will lead things off for the Big Train in this bottom of the 5th. So 6 outs. Wow, I'm so good at math. 9 outs to go for both sides here. Alexandria finding themselves down 6-4 in the top of the 5th in this 7-inning ball game. First pitch, a strike to Gramesty from same man on the mound. Stillborger. 0-1. Missing low. Zach, how big is it to try and extend this lead against the Aces bats?
Well, it's huge. I mean, these Aces have proved that they do have batters in their lineup who are very capable, and almost everyone in the lineup is very capable of getting on base as we see that pitch hit pass for Gramercy.
That's a hit into left field. It's a pretty well struck ground ball. That just kind of diving play off the glove of the shortstop Scro, excuse me.
Well, Gramercy proved to be quite the man up last time against the Aces, crucial in their comeback win here the other week, here on Thursday.
It's a high fastball to the next man in the order, Joe Chiodo, out of my home state, Illinois. You get a lot of guys from Maryland here, so I'll get one, I hope.
Well, you have a couple we've seen so far from Chicago.
None from Chicago, I think. One from the area. Big miss. I'm technically not from Chicago. I'm from outside the city now, so 1-0, 1-1. I'm not a true Chicagoan. There was a really good show. That's my recommendation for everybody watching at home. And there's some parents looking for stuff to do when this game ends. 1-1 after Chiodo watches one go by, and pickoff attempt to Gramercy over at first. The center fielder is safe.
You know, I still need to get started on that one.
I cried at the season finale of Season 5. Could not believe it's over. 1-1. Inside on Chiodo. Close enough to make you cry, as that one nearly chin music. Designated hitter has to dive out of the way. It's his first start as a position player. He got into the game and struck out against Gaithersburg. So 3 Ks on the year in his 3 plate appearances. Back at the plate, Chiodo trying to make a difference here. He's been struggling to catch up to a fastball. It's a really hard pitch to hit. He's got a 90-mile-an-hour sinker. Borger, second time against the big train, only allowing 1 run in his first start. In relief, he's allowed 3 today. Around the league, we try not to do any scoreboard watching at this point in the season, but 2-2. Gaithersburg up 16-3 on Southern Maryland. That one misses high, only up 5-1 on DC. All 3 teams, including us, are tied at a 16-8 record for the best team in the Cal Ripken Senior League. If all results hold, we will at least hold that moniker with another team and be co at 2 instead of co at 3. 3-2. That is a net improvement. You have 50% as of the overall best team in the league moniker rather than 33.3 repeating.
And absolutely important this last week has been for the big train. Really found their rhythm, and even if they've gotten behind early in a couple of games, proven that they are the better teams and stayed patient and fought back really, really well in their last couple of games.
Chiodo, the 56th best outfielder in the 25 class, as the 3-2 is found backwards. 230th overall player. Won 2 state championships at Edwardsville High, and an all-conference player in 23 and 24. Also an all-conference golfer as a freshman at high school. Was ranked higher in the class for a bit of a slowed-down 25 season as he swings and misses. Chiodo 4 at-bats this season, 4 strikeouts as he cannot move over Gramercy. Slower start for the Alabama commit, who's played a season there and has not played organized ball as an outfielder in quite some time. Still trying to catch up with the fastball. He throws honestly harder, which is funny.
Yeah, another great strikeout there for the Aces.
Throw back to first. I think one of the things I miss about old baseball is the pitching or pitchers hitting. Nothing beats watching the back on the other side. I mean, Grace made a comment to as an AL fan that is fair, but my greatest memory ever, one of my greatest memories, away at Milwaukee. I drove up there with my dad. We watched Lance Lynn hit a 3-run double to win the game in 2023. As the 3-2 is swung on,
Half swung. He calls it a swing and a strikeout against Gagan as the runner did steal and go. It is a blocking call as well. So a 0-1 single. Yeah, that's the inning. It's a double play. They call blocking and interference, which then leads to Gramesty also being out. So Gagan watches strike one go by. Runner Gramesty goes. Gramesty is caught stealing on an interference, and Gagan is out on interference. So double play on a considered a error by the batter, I suppose. Big Train up 6-4. Don't get a chance to add on to that lead on a odd one. We'll be right back in the Big Train Baseball Network. 6-4 the lead. Welcome back on the Big Train Baseball Network. I'm Carson Cash, joined again by Zach Lewis, who I've not had the pleasure of being on the broadcast with for a few days now.
Well, it's good to be back, and it's been a good baseball game so far. Some good hitting and good fielding. We haven't seen a successful stolen base from either team this season. As the last one there, weird play, blocking call called against Gagan, who was in the box there while Gramesty was trying to steal, and so both of them called out there to end the inning. It's a warm day here, but we're playing 7 innings of baseball.
So Gardini will see Pazak again, who mashed a fastball down Broadway. 105 off the bat over the left field wall. Oh, 1 as gets a fastball by him on the outside corner of the plate. Big wave at a breaking ball. That's a fantastic pitch right on the low portion of the zone. So 2 perfect pitches from Gardini, outside fastball on the paint, and another one which reaches the connecting paint in the bottom left outside corner. 0-2. Missed low. I'm pretty curious about that call because normally even if the batter's in the way, he doesn't get called out.
I don't know if they added it as a strike to his count and then.
Well, it was the first pitch. It's an action pitch on 0-0 as a big wave at it. Gardini, another good breaking ball. Pazak gives him some credit as from a strikeout after his home run there. It's a bit of a downward moniker for the likes of him, but Pazak striking out. Now the 6th K on the day for Gardini in his 3rd inning of work.
Well, the Big Train are up 6-4 on the Aces, despite being 1 less in the hitting category so far, with 5 to the Aces 6.
You could argue that potentially it could be 6 hits to 6 hits. The smash ground ball from Corbin just got past the glove of Grant.
It was a pretty harsh error call there, I would say.
I think it should go down as a hit, but we don't score these games, do we?
Nope.
0-1. Big wave and a good fastball. Jack Warner saw some high heat and tried to deliver. It's a perfect pitch outside. Quickly an 0-2 count from Gardini, who has been working very efficiently this inning. Warner hit a double off him his last appearance. 0-2, and that one is just on the inside. Great pitch on the outside corner, excuse me, and the Big Train have another strikeout.
Great work by Gardini on the mound there. As he puts another one in the zone.
Strike in there. It's a good off speed. Kind of just scraped the bottom portion of the zone there. Could have been called either way, but he kind of went 0-1. He gets the same pitch, a little more up in the zone, and can't get anything off of it. IMG Academy, formerly for the now pinch hitting Cooper Scott. Scott pinch hitting for the center fielder, or for the left fielder, Larson. Scott's 13th appearance this year, his second time this season against the Big Train, both pinch hit appearances. Now the 1-2. Fastball misses head level. So the Aces have 4 players who are considered some of the best in the league. Might make the All-Star roster, which is not public yet, but Gardini just struck all of them out. You know, after he gave up a home run and a double to them, to their credit. But 2-2. This one, foul ball off the groin area of Scott.
Luckily, the dirt took a good amount of speed off that one and didn't seem to affect him too much. But yeah, I mean, very capable batters that Gardini just saw, and he sat them down. I think if you had to describe the way the batters looked after each of those at-bats, those strikeouts, deflated.
2-2, he waves it, strikes out the side in order. Gardini, a good bounce back inning. Didn't allow any runs in the last one, but he did load the bases, not quite the jam he had. Strikes out the side, we're right back on the Big Train Baseball Network in the top of the 6th. Outs running out for these Aces. Justin Borger still on the mound. He has got some serious work in tonight. We don't do a lot of scoreboard watching here on the Big Train Baseball Network, but we will today for the importance of these games. Only up 9-1. Silver Spring Tacoma up 3-2, trying to give the Grays some help as they're down to only. As Southern Maryland down 16-4, missing some of their premium bats. It's not the season they'd hoped for as Aaron Rittenauer, the lefty, swings and fouls one off. Third plate appearance tonight. He's been plunked by one, and he's walked another. 0-1. Big wave, low breaking ball, and he's nowhere near it.
You go back to that Giants game. The Giants had been on a little bit of a skid in recent games, and that is quite the comeback game for them there. Able to put 16 runs past the Southern Maryland Senators.
Dominic Trolio, one of the best third basemen in this league, has 0-2 strikeout. 3 pitches swinging. Rittenauer can't collect the last one on a tip, and that'll be a strikeout to start the 6th inning. But it's led by Trolio right now, who has quite the game going. He's got 4 hits for the Giants, leads the team. Trolio, 4 hits and 6 RBIs. Ryan Stranad over there, the catcher, playing first today, is 5. So single-handedly, those two are beating only. As this one popped up off the bat of Kieran Coleman into left field. Collected by Larson for the second out of the inning quickly.
Well, the Aces have to collect outs and outs quickly if they want to stay in this one, as there is not too much time left in it. Only about 2 innings left as far as them hitting in order to get this one back.
So those arms of the big train doing very well out of St. Mary's College of California and George Mason, the new ones that we've seen. Aiden Parker yesterday struck out the side twice. And today, 8 Ks and 9 outs got by Gardini. Strike in there. It's a good pitch just on the low portion of the corner to Corbin.
Borger there. He's done a really good job this inning, staying in his rhythm. He definitely goes quicker most pitches. That pitch just missing a little low. Dugout not extremely happy with that call. 1-1 to Borger, but has really a quicker rhythm, and I think when he stays within that quick rhythm, he's able to deliver a lot better.
Big wave. Swinging. As now 1-2 the count. It's a pretty good fastball. 87. It's not a fastball. It's pretty distinctly a sinker, and it's really moves on the end of his arm side. It's kind of tough to do as a righty to make a pitch move like that, especially a sinker. 1-2. Borger delivers, and he's got himself a great pitch. So 3 up, 3 down. Borger, starter coming in, bulk relief, retires the side in order. Big Train down to 3 outs to try and extend their lead when they go to the top of the 7th. But we'll go to the bottom of the 6th first. Aces trying to strike back with only 6 outs remaining.
Concord, North Carolina native Terry Kaler will try and keep the offense in reverse against the fireworks that this lineup has given them on the Alexandria side. Already a home run, but they do get the bottom portion. Liam Irving and William Bearcaw. However, Elijah Grant in that third hole spot. Going to be interesting to see if these Big Train can keep that firework dim.
Well, Terry Kaler, on the mound for the Big Train now. Played his last season at Gaston College, just recently committed to Eastern Michigan, was in the portal, and has been a pitcher who was here early for the Big Train and saw a lot of innings so far.
He's had a lot of appearances in later games. 2 innings pitched, Southern Maryland. White Sox bullpen, similar to Alexandria as of late. Currently blowing a game in Cleveland. Aces last night gave up a 9-3 lead in the 9th inning with 2 outs. I have not much more heartbreaking than that for a squad trying to battle out of that bottom spot in the South, and they slowly but surely keep finding their way closer and closer to Metro South County and D.C. as they find more and more form. D.C. losing as well as Metro South County, so good for the Aces as we kind of are running out of games here.
Yeah, we're really starting to near the end of the season and start looking at seeding for playoffs being really crucial.
This one popped fly, foul. And so the day ends for Talon Gardini with 3 innings pitched, 8 Ks, 1 earned run, as well as 3 walks. So pretty good day on 2 hits as well to Chase Ketchum. Kaler now with the 0-2 to Irving. He will watch that one. Missed just outside.
Kaler has a very interesting windup. He holds the ball pretty high up above his head before he releases in his windup.
1-2. Reminiscent of older players. He comes from about I guess that'd be a 1 o'clock arm angle? I don't really know. It is definitely, as he's a lefty, the right side of the clock from, I guess, 1 to 6. And it's about between, I think, if you're looking at a clock, it'd be about 12:30. 2-2 is just a little bit outside. It's good. It's a good fastball. Three-two from Kaler. This one a fastball right down the middle, and it moves a little bit downward out of the way of the bat. Can't get anything on the lumber. A strikeout swinging from Irving. 6 straight putouts on the strikeout for the Big Train.
Yeah, really well done there, fighting back from Kaler, who had quite a few pitches that were really nice, but not quite finding the zone, and he does it there on his last payoff pitch on the full count and gets his first strikeout of the night.
So as we mentioned, the last 6 Aces batters retired on the strikeout. Kaler trying to continue the streak. First pitch in there on the outside fastball to Bearcaw. Bearcaw now standing in, lefty on the 0-1. Big wave at a low breaking pitch, and he can't find it. At a 315 arm tilt, it's a little bit further down when he throws that breaking ball.
Yeah, and it's being effective tonight in finding the zone, which can sometimes be an issue with his control, but doing it really well so far as that one is fouled back on the 0-2 count.
0-2, and that's an 11 tilt. Oh, 2, this one well hit out to left. Going to be bloop territory, and it does get down in front of Foscolo. The Guardians walk off the White Sox. I'm at work, and I just got called. I'm being FaceTimed by somebody. Elijah Grant.
It's a nice bloop from the hitter there. Kind of unfortunate as Foscolo watches it drop right in front of him. A little frustrated with himself as he definitely felt like he could have made the play on that one. Now has a runner on first base for Terry Kaler.
Grant, lefty batter. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Goes right by him as the 87-mile-an-hour fastball in the low and outside portion of Grant. It's been very good tonight. 1 for 2. Struck out already, but he's a walk and a 3 RBI double as the 1-1 misses outside again.
Well, the only positive for the ball getting down and right behind second base in the last play is now you do have an opportunity off a slower contact hit for a double play to end this inning quickly for the Big Train.
That one missing high. Head level for Grant. Three one. Grant pops this one up on the infield. It's out of play, slowly reaching into the seats. So a 3-2 count. If he can get on, he's the tying base runner, Grant. Important pitch here. Kaler. This one sawed off into the air, right side, and it's going to get down. Play to first, and Gonzalez can't come up with it. It gets in on the infield. Runner will go to third. Gagan has a chance, but he can't get there. A misplay. Gonzalez not set. Throw was made before Gonzalez was looking as he was running back to the bag, and a 3-2 count. Disaster. Corners instead of what could have been a double play ball.
Yeah, really not altogether fielding from the Big Train there as we wait on clarification of whether an error will get assessed to the Big Train there. It is a hit. So a hit will put runners on the corners for the Aces. Only one out. Down 2 for the Aces.
So a disaster. Big Train now dealing with the tying runner over at first. It's a kind of a bloop infield single. He sawed it off his hands, pull side. It got down in front of Corbin, who tries to make the throw over, and the error on, I think, Corbin's part to make the throw without Gonzalez looking. 0-1, Kaler delivers, and that one just outside. 1-1 count. Grant opts not to go, so pitch out is pretty useless there, and now 1-1. Kaler consistently hitting that fastball around 86. Has some drop on it, but hitters have been able to recognize his breaking stuff versus fastball as they come out at a different arm tilt. Counts ones for the lefty. Southpaw gets a foul back. Low fastball. So Grant's officially on first with a single. Grant's officially on first with a single that was taken away, now an error. They did call it a hit initially. They've actually left the hit on the board, too. Oh, the error, is on Parker Corbin. It is a single with an error to move the runner to third. So 2 for 3 on the night for Grant. Gets that single. Corbin moved over on an E4. 2-2 on the wave.
Well, Gonzalez just didn't turn his head quick enough on the play, and the ball was not really in his glove either in order to make that out at first.
2-2 to Scro, and that one is pretty outside. Nearly caught the knee of Scro. Nearly caught the knee of Scro. 3-2, full count. Another important one here. Southpaw Kaler delivers. This one skied into the air on the right side. Coming in on it will be Rittenauer. It's going to be caught in foul territory. Enough for a sac fly. The Aces get another piece of work from Scro. He gets a good RBI across the plate. 2 outs, 6-5. Lead is cut into 2.
Well, the Big Train getting out there, but do sacrifice a run for it. The Aces now bring
the game within 1, 2 outs here. Big Train have to get this next out in order to put this game to bed.
Good pitch. Kind of went right down Broadway on the fastball. Now 0-1 from the southpaw. Second pitch a miss to Hunter White after Jackson Scro's sac fly made this ball game 6-5 in the bottom of the 6th. Still 3 more outs after this inning, but time still running out for the Aces to break down the Big Train engine. 1-1. Big wave. It's a good fastball down low and dropped enough. They've been able to do a good job holding off on that slider. A lot of swing and miss stuff for Kaler, but the issue is that it comes out at a completely different arm angle than his fastball, and I think they know that at this point. Yet to swing at a slider. 1-2, it's that very pitch, missed high, right nearly at the head of White. I think there you kind of got to wear one. You got a helmet. Just got to turn around and hope it doesn't catch you in the neck. Now a crucial 2-2. It's given some extra life. Missed high. Fastball a little bit too far upstairs into the attic.
Well, it has been a really good outing so far from Kaler, but he needs to find his control once again in this pitch. 3-2.
Payoff. Caught looking just out on that left corner of the plate. Good outside strike from Kaler as he got him staring. White goes down, and the Big Train only able to get 1 run plated. They do strand 2. Big Train still leads 6-5. A chance to add on the top of the 7th on the Big Train Baseball Network. As Shipping Up to Boston plays here at Frankman Field, home of the former Alexandria Dukes. It's going to be a tough one. Big Train can add on to a 6-5 lead after a sacrifice fly from the bat of Jackson Scro, one of the best shortstops in this league. Draws them within 1. Aces will lean on Finn Patrick, the Nashville native, to defend their deficit.
Patrick playing college ball at Rhodes College. Did not play in too many games for them last season. Threw 25 pitches against the Braves on June 26 in their 6-3 win. Has a whip of 2.14, so pretty good pitcher for them so far this season. Coming in as a reliever, really needing that in this inning where they have to keep it as close as they can.
And you say pretty good. To contextualize that, prior to his last outing, it was 6. So he has done a great job, only allowed 1 walk and 1 hit in 3 innings of work his last time in the relief. Another 7-inning game, he did that.
That was rain or doubleheader related. 1-0 misses to Gonzalez, and quickly a 2-0 hitters count for a man who was towards the top of the RBI. I wouldn't be surprised if he does get that nod for June 7th, or July 7th, wow, for the All-Star game. I would not be surprised to see him on that All-Star list at all. 2-0. One of the best hitters in this league. I mean, regardless of his so-called slump. He calls it a slump, but I hate to call it that. He's second on the team in RBIs. It's over 20, which puts him in the top 10 of the league in terms of players at that 20 RBI mark. 21 now. 3-0, that pitch. Don't know what part of the zone that got. I mean, that was at shin level. 3-1. Gonzalez swings at one over the heart of the plate. It's an off speed, and Patrick, who's only had 2 games of work at his college career, is working pretty well against Gonzalez back into this count. Similar arm tilt at 11:45 to the lefty Kaler, which tells you pretty much that he throws from the same arm angle, and Kaler's arm is going over his head as the 3-2 misses. Pitch on the outside corner. Gonzalez keeps his discipline, keeps his head, and he's on. It's been a fantastic today. 2 for 2, 2 RBIs, and now a walk, as well as a sac fly.
Yeah, and I think a big piece of his game this season has been patience, especially when he gets up to the bag early in innings and able to get himself on base and trust in the guys behind him to bring him home.
It's 2-3. Finn Patrick on the mound. You mentioned earlier, Rhodes College Bobcat. It's my favorite of the cat mascots. 0-1.
I'd agree with you, except that I probably classify the cougar as a cat, and I'm not really going to say that
that's
that.
like fair. Just you can't really go against it, much as I guess the orange is my favorite fruit. 0-1. Foscolo hits this one very well into center field, but the deepest part of the park will hold him. Well hit, over 90 off the bat, and in the deepest part of the park, he can't get out of this one. He's hit a very, very hard few, as that is a off-speed that got left in the wrong part of the zone.
Yeah, and for the wrong guy as well. Foscolo hitting a really nice double off the fence, and then another single that brought in a run today. So his bat has been moving and almost got enough to take that one out of the park there.
Righty delivers as this one's popped up over the seats. Lands behind us. Nashville native trying to find some humid heat. 0-1. Air is thick enough tonight to cut through with a knife. 0-1, and did he go? He did not. So 1-1 count to Casey Carpenter.
Tense game here at Frank Mann Field, very close. The Aces looking to keep the big train within 1 as they go into the bottom of the 7th.
1-1 missed high. Carpenter gets one kind of in the same zone that Gonzalez was called strike one on, and it is, I mean, that is above Carpenter's head.
Which was about at Gonzalez's chin level.
2-1. Righty Patrick delivers, and that one missed low. It's a attempted swing and miss pitch, but doesn't get the swing part. He just missed. Patrick, an academic honor roll member both seasons at Nashville, in Nashville. 3-1. Well-pieced Carpenter hit a ball that needed a viewfinder to find. On the full count, now he'll fight again.
Carpenter, aware of how this at-bat will affect the rest of the game, knows if he can get guys in scoring position for the big train, it will be crucial in giving them a little bit more of a cushion to go into the bottom of the 7th with.
3-2, it's a big wave, and he strikes out. Third K on the day for Carpenter, 2 outs as Patrick finds a well needed out. TJ Gramesty to trail. He is 1 for 3 on the day. A single where he was caught stealing by interference. First pitch, a strike to Gramesty. Looks like we may have a chance to see Cal Johnson if Chiaroto and Gramesty can get on for Gagan.
Would be nice to have Cal Johnson in this part of the lineup, as he has been quite the hot bat recently for the Big Train.
Yeah, not a lot of power in the lineup tonight. 2 home run leaders on this team sitting, getting the break. Big Train still have a 6-5 lead without the fly ball that has left the park. 0-2 quickly as he watches one a little bit outside. Called strike. Some dirt in the eyes of Gramesty from his uniform. Made the mistake of brushing it off towards him. That is a tough one to deal with. Pretty dirty jersey performance tonight in center. 0-2. That one missing low. It's actually what they call the player of the game for Silver Spring Tacoma. Weird fun fact. But they have given up their 3-1 lead. More is kind of the segue I'm going for. So Metro South County still battling as they have found their way back into that ball game in Montgomery Blair High School. Actually are leading now. Half swing, he did go. Tried to hold up, but he couldn't. So another strikeout as they cannot add on to the lead. Big Train will go for the save. 6-5 lead on the Big Train Baseball Network as we head bottom 7. 3 outs remaining for Alexandria to try and break the losing streak. Zach Malvazio, the league leader in home runs, hit, is on for the save. He is 0 for 1 in save opportunities this year. 6 innings pitched. The Fort Lauderdale, Florida native will have a shot at this one, Zach.
Well, we first saw Malvazio from the mound and then became the biggest hitter in this lineup after that. Has pitched in 4 games for the Big Train. 6 innings there, 5 strikeouts, so still up, looking to get his ERA maybe down a little bit from 6, but has been a good pitcher for the Big Train.
It's also been a great hitter. 2.6 whip, not what you want to see, unfortunately. I know a lot of fans at home baseball, the advanced analytics missing that is walks plus hits in innings pitched, so 2.6 batters on base on average when he pitches per inning. First pitch, a very high fastball, right about 90, but big swing at it from McGinnis, one of the best hitters in this league. Does not walk often, very similar to Malvazio, actually. 0-1 from Zach is a strike again. Fastball down Broadway, and he's not been able to find any kind of heater.
Well, maybe he needs to take a second to breathe because going for the big swing here is maybe not going to favor his team as much.
0-2. That is his third three-pitch strikeout at the plate this season. And another strikeout for Malvasio, who just blew it by him.
And it's a great opening strikeout for Malvasio, who will definitely take the rhythm there, but kind of mind-boggling for the batter in the box there for the Aces. Doesn't take any time to analyze or take a look at the pitches, just 3 swings and 3 misses.
Bottom of the third, Matthew Pazak, the Penn catcher, took the lead with 4-3 on a solo shot. He had 105 miles an hour over the left field wall. First pitch, a miss. Off-speed, Malvasio 1-0, and big wave. Malvasio leading the league in home runs, hitting well here, but he primarily pitched his first season at Central Florida. As the 1-1 just drops out of the zone, and Pazak can't find a dime on it. 1-1 delivered. That one just missed.
It's just laptop in this.
Malvasio tried that same pitch he swung and missed on. 2-1 from the righty. Fastball, it's in the zone. Check swinger and out. Pazak will be in a 2-2 count.
Really good stuff from Malvasio on the mound so far. Looking to provide a really nice save for the big train.
To the heart of this Aces lineup, which has hit so well this season. 2-2. It's a good dig by Gagan to keep it in front of him, but a full count nevertheless on another off-speed. Tried to go for a waste pitch. He's out of misses. Credit where credit's due to Pazak. So good this season behind the dish. 3-2, it hit him. It's off the hands and the elbow. I think the noise was off of the elbow guard of Pazak, and difficult miss. Some chirping from the crowd back to the big train dugout, who was unhappy with that call. But pinch runner, it'll be the likes, and is actually second appearance, I believe, yes, for Miles Prusek, the quick infielder out of Richmond, Virginia from Haverford, teammate of Jackson Scrow. The hit-by pitch gets Pazak aboard. He's pinch hit for Prusek over at first. He is the tying runner aboard. Jack Warner up to bat now, lefty. Right fielder will try and take that lefty-righty advantage.
Yeah, and we see the kind of power that Malvasio has from the bat as that pitch finds the bottom of the zone. Good strike there. 1-1, but
Deep breath, let's roll, Zach.
we know the power he has from the batter's box. He's showing that he has the power as well from the mound and looking to strike out another batter here.
1-1. Ground ball right side. Gonzalez leaps. He's able to get the out at first. Lead runner advances to second. No play on the other bag as Warner at least moves the runner into scoring position now with 2 outs. Down to their final out for Cooper Scott, who will be pinch hit for. Scott replaced by Jack Rubin, the Fordham infielder. So last shot, second time this spot has been pinch hit for righty Rubin. 324 OBP, 233 average. Not a lot of power in that bat, but missed low. Did have some power at Fordham. Drove home 8 runs.
Malvasio 1 more out in order to end the Aces night here and walk away with another comeback victory against the Aces.
1-0 missed inside. Malvasio already a blown save of the season. Has his tying runner on second to the 6'5", 225 righty batter out of Arlington, Virginia, Yorktown High School product, Rubin. 2-1, and he'll step off. Timer does not reset, so he has to deliver in the next 4 seconds here, if my internal clock is right. 2-0. He does reach that marker. Malvasio delivers, and it's a swing and a miss at a fastball that I think would have hit Rubin had he not swung at it.
Malvasio staying within the rhythm of the pitch clock there. After he does not elect to throw for the pickoff attempt at second. Now has a 2-1 count as that ball is fouled off into the dirt.
He registered a double. His first RBI in college against Columbia, Ruben did, as this is a ground ball up the middle. Collected by the shortstop Coleman in the first appearance start for Coleman. He gets the final out. Big Train hold on. Malvasio with the save. It's a 6-5 victory. Big Train 17-8 take sole possession as the only game has not ended for at least the next few hours of the best team in the Cal Ripken Senior League. At least tied for 2 teams instead of 3 as Southern Maryland falls today. But Big Train, a fantastic hitting job all around without the 2 powerful bats of Malvasio and Johnson anyway, Zach. This was a very good team win.
Well, that's exactly the point I was about to make as well. You're missing Cal Johnson. Malvasio pitches in this one instead of hitting, but still able to get hits across the board. A really great 3rd and 4th inning for the Big Train in order to get 6 runs on the board from a couple of places. Ryan Foscolo having a really great night. TJ Gramercy being scrappy as well as Mila Gonzalez bringing a runner scored there. Complete team win here for a Big Train that have been really hard to beat in recent games. We will be back tomorrow against the Olney Crop Dusters.
It's firework night in Olney. 6:30 scheduled start time. 7:30 potentially if they move it back like they did tonight. So keep that in mind. All games are 7 innings from Friday to Sunday. So I guess only 2 more games with only tomorrow and Sunday at home against Metro South County. So make sure you buy your tickets for that at bigtrain.org, BIGTRAIN.org. I've been Carson Cass with Zach Lewis.